Welcome back. This is the one and only Fernando. If this is your first episode, welcome to my channel. And if you're back, welcome. First and foremost, I'd like to plug in my mortgage team here in the Southern California area. If you know anybody that's interested in buying a home, selling a home, or refinancing their current home loan, reach out to me, send me a message. All my public social media platforms are listed down below. Let's begin. I'd like to take the time and moment to vouch on the importance of building an archetype. What do I mean by that? Right, this video is related to real estate, okay? Now, I want you to imagine right now in your mind. Imagine what a real estate agent looks like in your mind, right? The common consumer, someone who's not in the real estate field or in the mortgage field or in the business world, has a image of an older gentleman or older woman, right? Mid 50, I think that's the statistics of the average real estate agent. 50-year-old, suit and tie, slacked up, oversized. Point is that as the industry begins to evolve and time goes forward, I'm beginning to recognize that a lot of younger generation are growing an interest in becoming in the real estate field or in the mortgage field, right? Now, here are three things that are going to not only separate yourself from the masses, but it's going to give you that extra flavor, that extra initiative for you to become a character, to stand out from the crowd. And that's ultimately what you want to do. You want to diversify from the masses and be that one person, that anomaly where people begin to recognize you as the trusted advisor. Now, how can we add to not just your skill set, but to your appearance, your physicality, right? Let's begin with this idea. If you guys are not in the pickup world, you'll know this concept, and let me share this with you guys. The word peacocking. You want to peacock. What does that mean? When we think of a peacock, the bird, right? We think of its elegance. When you look at a peacock, it shines an array of colors, right? It's just a distinct bird that stands out in the crowd of masses, right? If you put a hawk, if you put a chicken, if you put a flamingo, if you put a peacock, it's going to stand out of all of these birds. Why? Because it's an array of color, right? Using an item such as a hat like this, or wearing a shirt like this, having jewelry or accessories. I have a pink suit, a pink blazer that's like a matte pink. Now all these items, if you placed me in a real estate seminar, or if you placed me in an appointment with a different variety of realtors, let's say a home seller is interviewing 3 realtors, right? And you're that guy that not only shows up knowing his script, knowing his dialogue, understanding his skill set, is a master communicator, and has conviction behind his story, behind his effort, behind what he can do and what he can offer and provide to the homeowner. What's also going to add to that element of being recognizable to the client, standing out from the mass hysteria or the mass archetype, which is regular plain black suit, blue suit, and adding a different dimension, being that realtor that stands out, being that loan officer that stands out. How important is style? It's very important. And now, not saying you have to dress with exotic colors. Maybe you like some bold colors, right? Maybe you just like the color blue, the color black, darker, scenic colors. That's okay. However, you can also add an item such as a hat, maybe your shoes, maybe something that offsets the patterns of your colors, right? That's a peacocking item. It could be a scarf. It could be a handkerchief. It could be a set of earrings, glasses. I have a multitude of items, but this is the archetype that I've built. Now, number one would be using an item. Use something that can be recognizable, something that can be of brand recognition to you. Maybe you like wearing hats. Maybe you're the tattooed realtor. Maybe you're the style, the fashion realtor. Maybe you're the realtor that, is just different in his language and communication. That can be also an item. Now, number two, how important is fashion on an everyday basis? Being consistent with your fashion, right? Let's say someone that gets ready only on the weekends, but then throughout the week, they dress like shit. right? And you go to places, you go to the stores, you go to the malls, you go, outside, and people begin to recognize you as someone who doesn't dress, well, someone who just goes with the flow of things. You want to be that person that shows up every day, right? Make this a character of life, not just a character for the weekend. Use certain items, build your style, build an array of items that begin to brand recognize. If I look at my life, if I look at my business, a lot of my business is a lifestyle in a sense, right? Everything I do is a lifestyle, from the way I dress every day, from the way I show up, from the way I communicate, from the way I prep my life. Now, we can now trickle all this back down to your own style, because your style is not only going to enhance your confidence in what you do, but it's also going to build this elegance behind you, right? We all admire an aesthetic. Let's bring an aesthetic to your own taste, to your own flavor of life. But it begins with you. Now, as the creator of your own life, begin to piece together different things that allow you to express yourself through your fashion, right? I'm not a fashion advisor. I'm not a fashion, people hire people to, teach them how to dress. At the same time, it's about you expressing yourself in your own ways, in your own means, and standing out from everyone else, right? Take a look at your own life. What is it that you do? Maybe you're a student. Maybe you're a doctor. Maybe you're a cop. Maybe you're this. What's an item? What's a certain prop that you can wear in your day-to-day life that's going to stand out, where people are going to recognize you from what you wear, right? I would go door knocking in a full suit, and I would wear shoes that stood out, right? There were these Nikes that had different colors on that. And shout out to my brother BC for bringing that to my awareness. So when I would go door knocking, I'm super sharp. I'm showing up to the doors, enthusiastic, excited, and an authority figure, right? Because of my archetype, the way I'm dressed. However, I had something that could peacock, something that stands out, something that's easily recognizable for the homeowner to say, hey, I like your shoes, or hey, I like your hat. I like your scarf. It stands out. Now, what do you, or how do you design yourself on a daily basis that stands you out from everyone else, right? And this is just a video to get your ideas, get you thinking. How can I wear, or how can I begin to style and build an archetype? Maybe you saw a movie and you liked the way the guy styled himself. You can now take ideas and pieces. This is how I do it. If you haven't seen the movie Fight Club, Tyler Durden is a character I emulate in my own life, right? The minute I saw him with a red, what did he have? He had a red jacket, right? It's like a leather jacket. I immediately went out to the store and said, I need something similar. And I bought it, right? And then I began to piece outfits together that emulated that character. Not only did it build my confidence, but I can now have that energy behind myself, knowing that, okay, this is who I want to play in this life, in this role, right? And every day you can show up and build and piece together whatever garments, whatever's going to, build that confidence for yourself to go out and show up and do your work at the best of your abilities. And whatever it is you do, be the best at it. Be the best at what you do, and fuck the rest. If it's showing up, looking good, feeling sharp, you're going to get the results regardless. It's the person that doesn't show up. It's the person that doesn't get ready. It's the person that doesn't care, that doesn't get the things they want. If you show up, you get ready, and you feel good about it, the results are inevitable. All right, guys, that's it for this video. If you guys liked it, like, subscribe, and watch all the other videos. I'll be doing more, a wide variety, not just real estate and sales, but also lifestyle ideas or pieces of ideas and datums that will allow you to analyze life, explore it a little bit. Nothing is certain. There's no one way of being, right? If there was one way of being, there would be no wide variety of different flavors. Now, what's your flavor to life? How do you differentiate to life? What element, what angle, what perspective do you bring to life that's different, that's creative, that's something that people can grow from? Just alone, style and fashion is something that you can grow from in your business, in your day-to-day life, and just showing up and feeling good about yourself. Let's now value that. All right, guys, this is it for this one. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.